Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John McCarthy, and I'm giving you all of the welcomes for joining us today here at this event brought to you by the TGC Network. And our first round action commences, folks. Let's get down to the first tee and pick up on the action. And there you have it, folks. First drive of the event. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. And it would appear that shot actually ended up in the rough. This putt's looking to be about 2 feet. And starting today's round off at even par. And now teeing off on the par 5. Well, this one's looking pretty good. And this putt is for birdie. Oh my goodness, just missed. And for the par. And a nice putt. And he's going to stay right where he is, even par after that hole. And now the third hole tee off. Wow, there is some serious power behind this drive, folks. And about 165 yards to the pin. Looks like a 7-iron. And this is about 20 feet away. Ooh, just missing here. And this one's about 4 feet from the cup. And that putt's gonna drop for par. And the score to beat today, 5 under par for our leader. All right, here's the 4th hole. Oh well, this is an insanely powerful drive off the tee here, folks. And hitting from 195 yards out. Going with the 4-iron here. And I think he'll like that. And this putt is for birdie. And this putt is for par. And that hole is going to allow him to move up in the standings. And now setting up for the next par 4 hole. And about 100 yards to the pin from here. Oh, this is definitely heading towards the green. And this is about a 4-footer. And that putt will drop for birdie. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And now we find ourselves on the 6th hole tee off. And fantastic distance on this drive. From 205 yards out. And here's the 6-iron. Okay, and hitting this par 5 in 2 is going to set up some definite eagle possibilities. And this putt's for birdie. And that one will drop. And currently sitting at 2 under for the day. And let's see what the 7th hole has in store today. Going with the 8-iron. And that approach has found the green, but there will be a lot of work to do to sink the next putt. Oh, and it just didn't drop. And this putt's right around 2 feet. And 2 under for the day after that one. Okay, we find ourselves now on the 8th hole tee off. And from 165 yards out. And going with the 6 iron. And he's probably going to like that. This one's about 10 feet from the cup. Oh. And this putt's for par. And finishing this one with a good putt. And sitting at 2 under for the day. And he is also tied for 9th place on the leaderboard. All right, he's on the green now. And this for the birdie. Ooh. That was very close. And about 4 feet from the cup. And that putt will drop. And as we look at the board, our leader is currently sitting at 9 under. And next up is a par 4, folks. And just absolutely pounded this drive. And he's got to be happy with that. From 20 feet. Ooh, almost. And now let's take a look. And he will move up on the leaderboard after that hole. And that's not what they wanted on their approach. And that's to be expected, unfortunately, in a wind like this. Ooh, and just inches away. And this is to save par. Ooh, and that was very, very close. And this one's for the bogey. Solid putt. And as we look at the scoreboard, our leader is currently having a round of 9 under par. And nicely done, looking like we'll have some fairway here. And about 160 yards to the pin. Going with the 9 iron here. Well, there's a way to move on to the next hole. Holing it out from the fairway. Remarkable shot. Well done. All right, moving into 8th place in the standings after that hole. Immense power on this drive, folks. From 140 yards out. Going with a pitching wedge here. This shot may be a bit long, folks. And that putt will be safely on with a fair distance still to go. Ooh, and it just misses. This one's about a 7-footer. And the par putt will drop. And after that one, 3 under for the day. And now setting up for the par 4. And about 115 yards to the pin. And that approach is on with a lengthy putt coming up. And that one drops for the birdie. Okay, moving up and into 7th place after that one. Going with the 9-iron. "27 feet to the cup." And this one's for par. Ooh. And this putt is for bogey. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And 3 under for the day after that one. And now setting up on the 16th tee. And I am pretty sure he's going to like that. And if this putt drops, they can save par. And just missing. This one's about 2 feet from the cup. And after that hole, 2 under. And now getting ready to tee off on this par 3. Going with the pitching wedge here. And I think he's going to like that. This putt's for birdie. Oh my goodness, close, very close, but no cigar. Yeah, it's about 3 feet to the cup from here. And he's going to move up in the standings after that hole. And as he tees off here on the final hole, gotta wonder what's going through his head. He's 7 strokes off the lead. And that also means he's currently tied for 10th place on the leaderboard. I think he's going to like that. From 245 yards to the pin. And here's the 3-wood. Fantastic. And hitting this par 5 in 2 is going to open up some real interesting possibilities. Oh, my lands. That was very close. And this one's for birdie. Hello and welcome to One and All. My name is John McCarthy, and I couldn't be happier that you chose to join us for this event here on the TGC Network. And as our next golfer begins their round, they're in the top 10. I don't know if they can make a run for the top spot, but let's see what happens here. And he's setting this one up deep in the rough. And about 7 feet to go here. And that one will drop. And starting the round off with a par. And next up is the par 5. It appears to be heading for the fairway here. And I think he will be pleased with that. This is heading towards the green. Okay, he's putting now. And about 12 feet from the cup. Oh, I thought that one was going to be in. And this putt is for par. And after that one, he'll stay at even par. And now, let us see what the third hole has in store. And I think he's going to like that. Okay, about 165 yards to the pin. And going with the 7-iron on this one. And I think he's overshot the green here, ladies and gentlemen. And getting very close out of that bunker. Very well done. All right, let's take a peek at the leaderboard now. And it looks like he moved down in the rankings after that hole. Oh, I think this one's going to find short grass. And about 200 yards to the pin. Pretty sure that's the 5-wood. Looks like the 5-wood could be a bit too much. Now let's see what happens out of this bunker. And it's about a few feet from the cup. And the par putt will drop. And they'll stay right there in 7th place after that hole. It's looking like it's heading into the fairway. And from 135 away. Here's a 9-iron. And nothing wrong with that shot. And this one's for birdie. Okay, and now let's take a peek and see what's happening on the leaderboard. And he's going to stay right where he is, even par after that one. And now teeing off on the par 5. Well, this one's looking like it's in the fairway. And about 205 yards to the pin. Going with the 5-iron here. Okay, and hitting this par 5 and 2. That's some fine club work out there. Oh, that's bad luck there. And this putt's for birdie. Okay, and let's see what the 7th has in store. And going with the 9-iron. And that approach is on the green, but quite lengthy putt ahead. And tapping in for the par. And after that hole, 1 under for the day. And that means 7th place for him on the leaderboard. And the wind could be an issue on this next hole. We're going to have to see how this tee shot goes. Well, so far so good for this one. Okay, about 185 yards to the pin. And this is a 4-iron. And that approach is safely on the green, but a whole lot of work to do for that next putt. And now we're going to take a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, staying steady at 7th place in the standings. Going with the 9-iron here. Pretty sure he's going to like that one. All right, 20 feet out. And this putt's about a 2-footer here. And they're going to stay right where they are at 7th place after that one. This one's looking pretty good so far. I think you'll like that. 5 feet to go here. For the bird. And setting up for the par 3 hole. Going with the 6-iron. And that shot will be on the green with a fair amount of distance to make up to get that next putt in the hole. And for the par. And that putt drops. And after that one, sitting at 2 under for the day. And now setting up for the par 4 tee off. Nothing wrong with that. From 185 yards. And looks like a 6-iron. And he will like that. And to save par. And they're going to stay right in 7th after that one. And nothing wrong with that shot. And from 155 yards out. Going with the 9-iron. And this is about 27 feet out. Oh, and just doesn't want to drop. Okay, and let's have a look at the leaderboard. And after that one, staying steady at 7th place. Well, this one's looking like it's finding the fairway. 135 yards to the pin. Here's a 9-iron. Well, the approach did find the green, but quite a long distance putt ahead. This one's about 3 feet away. And they'll stay right there in 7th place after that hole. Here is the pitching wedge. And with that, he is on the dance floor. And this for the birdie. And that one's right in the cup. And setting up on the 16th tee. And it's looking like this is bound for the short stuff. And it's a little hard for me to see everything here today, folks. That one actually ended up in the rough. And this putt is for birdie. Ooh, inches away. This one's about 2 feet from the cup. And after that hole, 3 under on the day. And now setting up on this par 3. Taking a shot with the pitching wedge. Might be a bit too much club on this one. And he's in the short stuff now. From here, this is about 10 feet away. Oh, and I thought that was going to go. And tapping in for par. And today, currently sitting at 3 under par. And that'll put him at 7th place on the leaderboard. Teeing it up here on the 18th. And just launched this drive. And this is for birdie. And this putt is for par. This one looks about 4 feet. And that one will drop for the bogey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some golf. My name's John McCarthy. So glad you could join us, and I can't wait to get things started here on the TGC network. We have final round action just about to kick off, and we're going to go down to that first hole tee off now and tell you all about it. And I think this one's going to find the fairway. And about 130 yards to the pin. This one's looking a bit long, folks. Oh, man. For the birdie. And now let's see what the second hole has in store. From 250 yards out. Fantastic work on this par 5, hitting the green in 2. And the eagle putt drops. Now let's see what this third hole has in store. And a promising looking shot here. But in actual fact, that one ended up in the rough. And I think he will be happy with that. From 18 feet away. Oh my goodness. And for the par. And a nice putt. And currently sitting at 3 under for the day after that one. And teeing off on this par 4. And I doubt he's very happy about that shot. And with this, hopefully, they can save par. And they'll stay right there at 6th place in the standings after that hole. And going with the 9-iron. This could be good. It's heading for the green here. And now he's going to be digging that putter out. 5 feet to go here. And that one will go for birdie. And moving on to the 6th. Wow, look at this drive, folks. Serious power. From here, about 230 to the pin. Going with the 5-wood here. Very well played golf shot. Hitting this par 5 and 2, it's going to set up some serious possibilities. And this one's for birdie.